Hey there, welcome to Cosmic Confessions, a podcast by your spiritual besties.
I'm Alex.
I'm Avery.
And I'm Melissa.
Coming at you unhinged,
unfiltered,
and unedited.
Join us on this journey as we explore the profound,
the practical,
and the unlimited potential within us.
Let's awaken our spirits, ignite our passions, and elevate our lives together as the universe speaks and we listen.
Hello, everybody. Oh my gosh. Welcome to the Cosmic Confessions podcast. This is our last episode of season 2.
I cannot believe it.
This is so crazy.
Exciting.
This is so crazy. How have you enjoyed the season? Please let us know.
Thank you for tuning in this whole time.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's so wild. I feel like we picked some really intentional juicy topics for this season, and don't worry, this episode there's no explicit adult related content. But we will be speaking on some very powerful things, but don't worry, no corn no corn, no vegetables this episode, if you catch my drift. But Avery,
yeah,
what is our last confession of season 2?
It's so important this episode. We were going to do 10 episodes.
Yeah,
we had to add an 11th episode. Doom to all you hoes because Melissa and I, Alex and I were struggling with some things, and Melissa picked up on it right away, and kind of had to give us this energetic healing, and we had to have a group discussion on protection.
Yep.
Not that kind of protection either.
Well, it's always a good conversation to have.
Yes, it is. You definitely want to have that, but that wasn't what she was referring to.
The energetic protection, right? There were some things that were happening in our personal lives and together as a group, and we're not messing around. And
because I know you're watching.
And we are aware of it all. And
I see you. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, don't. With Melissa, man,
No.
Or her friends, or anyone. So, we're gonna talk about all the different tools and mindset shifts and body awareness and all these things that you need to do if you're an empath, because we definitely got some muck on us, unintentionally.
Spiritual warfare is real,
and also if you have a business. Yeah, this also includes your business.
Yeah.
And the work you do.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Carry on.
So I'm going to kickstart question number 1.
Yes, let's do it.
Okay.
Listen up, everybody.
Everybody
What are the common signs or patterns you notice when you've absorbed someone else's emotional junk? And how can you catch it before it drains you?
Go ahead.
Oh, physically, I will start to fall asleep in front of you. I feel so tired. The floor will start moving. I'm like, oh my God. Am I under a weird spell? I do not feel well. My body reacts physically. Headaches, my womb, my sacral chakra, the tiredness. For me, it is so physical, and then a little bit of lack of intuition. I lose clarity. I'm in my brain, I can't differentiate things. My judgment is tanked.
Yeah.
And you got to reel it back in. You got to cleanse.
Yep.
Reel it back in. And then protect, right? We're going to go over all those things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Good.
Cleanse first, baby. Cleanse then protect.
Cleansing.
It's definitely physical symptoms. Definitely physical symptoms for me too. It hits me more in my gut when I get this certain pain in my gut, and then I'll get this weird. I know if I'm not protecting my crown very well, I'll get this weird migraine. Yeah, I'll get this weird migraine situation. And one of my spiritual mentors in my life, she always said, she's you always have to watch the back of your neck. It's a lot of energy comes in and comes out from the back of your neck. And so I usually, whenever I get a tension headache, it's usually in my neck area. And I'm these bitches, what are you doing?
We know what you're doing.
We do know what you're doing. And may it come back to you tenfold. But also, a lot of physical symptoms for me, for sure. And then I also like my spiritual team, like they just drop me information that I need to know what baggage is mine, what baggage is not, so I can return back luggage that does not belong here.
Yeah.
So
I think for me, it's definitely in the gut as well, and also tightness in my throat.
Yeah.
Like I feel,
symptoms.
a lot of throat chakra, a lot of sacral. Even my heart will sometimes hurt because I can take on like sadness, frustration, anger. So I can go through the emotional roller coaster. And I feel like that's a good way for our listeners, right, to really ask yourself, like, where physically do I feel like I'm taking on people's energy, where like I feel fine and then I walk into a room or I'm engaging with someone and suddenly there is like an energetic shift in my mood or in my body sensations and what's going on there.
Right.
And I feel like it's a part of that also is the awareness of like, is this mine or is this someone else's? Because I came in and I did not feel this way. And now suddenly I'm feeling like I'm being hit with a tidal wave. And it's like, whoa, okay, let me pump the brakes here. Something's going on.
Yep.
I've taken on somebody else's and I need to be able to clear that.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
So physical for all of us.
Oh, so physical.
You have to be able to.
Yeah.
And again, like if you're an empath and you are very sensitive to other people's energy, like whenever you go into a public place or even if it's a coffee meeting with someone, I'm not really sure about their energy, like you have to make sure you are protecting your field. You are protecting your mind, your body, your soul. And I'm sure in this episode we'll share with you some of our favorite things. Not everything, but some things that we do to help protect our energy and our businesses too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of rolls into question number 2.
Yep.
Do you think that, being empaths, that we sometimes come off as like overly caring, so then we can kind of like lose ourselves or like abandon like our needs and how to take care of ourselves because we want to give so much to other people, and then when you're like, especially in some of our fields, like we're doing so much and caring for other people that we can often like forget ourselves and our needs, and then you're got that emotional muck and baggage. Like Alex, I can't imagine like talking to, or when you were a therapist, like I think therapists have like really tough jobs. Like I don't know how.
It's a lot.
Yeah, so.
Like clearing and protection is so number one for me in my business, because the thing is, right, is I'm so empathic and I connect so deeply to people, and it is very easy for me to not only like connect with them in their stories and what they're feeling, but to take it on as my own. And I can literally, with my clients, sit there, feel into everything they've experienced, including all of the trauma.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, which can be really heavy. And then at this point, right, it's been 8, almost 9 years of me running my own business. So now I've gotten to a point where I can manage, right, and clear. But in the beginning, this would be literally like the tidal wave, where I would be so beyond drained and exhausted because I was taking it all on. And I think that the difference becomes being able to be there for someone and hear them and support them versus feeling for them and taking it on, needing to fix or be the one to heal them. Like that fine line of like the support versus needing to fix.
Right. Did you share a reel in our group? It was something like you can show someone, you can be an example of love, or you can be an example of healing or empathy, but like you can't change that person to do it. Yeah. Like you can't make them do it.
Correct.
It's like the horse to water analogy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's kind of like how and I think as empaths, I mean, it's part of our medicine, right? It's we can open up our energy field, invite you into it, and be invited into yours, right? But oh my gosh, that's like really, really dangerous sometimes to do, because you're again, like Alex had shared, you're not taking it on, but you're in the presence of so much energy. But it's important that you close your field back up after you meet in that space. And it's really learning not to take on the other person's energy, trauma, drama, habits, hurts, hangups. It's how can I witness and be a mirror? So you can do the
Heal
work that
yourself.
you need to do.
Yeah.
But
is there any
it's tricky.
This is like not on our cards, but do you have any locations that come to mind where like you walk in and you have like felt that like almost like sickness, like you get like really off right away? Have you had that experience?
Yeah, I feel like I can feel that
Where?
Pretty often. I feel like it will be certain environments where the energy is really high and intensified, but not.
Sorry, my mind's going.
I know it's
No,
like
'cause
it's
I'm
hard to
thinking of
describe.
certain places. Like I don't want to call out businesses.
Right,
but
that's
I've
what I'm
been
saying.
to,
So I'm
like-
trying to walk on, like, not to kind of offend anyone, but it's more of like there have definitely been even when going out at night, going to certain.
That's where I'm thinking of, like certain bars, like
Yeah.
when people are like really drunk.
Yes, and you walk in and you're like,
Yeah,
whoa.
I felt like I'm gonna like pass out, or
Yeah.
like I don't feel good. It's like, okay, I've eaten,
seen you
right?
be like that before.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I ate. I'm not overheated. Like, and I'm just like something like it's too much. I'm
much
going
energy.
down.
yep,
Yeah.
Mayday, Mayday. Mhm.
But that's why, like, going, like, preparing your energy. Like, okay, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go out, right? How can I bubble up? How can I zipper up energetically? How can I do some visualization? Whatever rituals or tools like make you feel protected.
Maybe we should get into that.
Yeah.
'cause
I mean, I can think of a couple places where I don't feel good vibes or good energy.
Certain establishments,
Just a
do
couple,
not feel
couple
good.
places, you know.
I get
where
it.
you can feel like the fakeness almost, right? Like I feel like that's even been around certain friendships, right? Where it's
Yeah.
like you thought you knew someone, then you're feeling something and you're like, this feels
Yeah.
off. This
Yep.
doesn't
Yeah.
feel aligned. And it's like, oh, the fakeness and the inauthenticity
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
just like
It's a
the
problem.
ick.
Yeah, it's different for everyone too. I just came
Yeah,
from
yeah.
work, and like the woman that works at the front desk was like, I went to 2 showers this weekend. It was like a baby shower and a wedding shower, and she's like, and I was just like tanked after. She was like, because you're like on, like it's almost
Yeah.
like you got to be on around people like you don't really know, and it's like no offense, like I hate showers, like like showers are boring and annoying, and it's just like you feel that like oh god, I can't wait to just like be by myself and not have to talk and like
Yeah,
make
yeah.
small talk. That small talk is like so hard sometimes. But
Yeah, I don't
okay.
know how to do that. Small talk is not my thing.
What's your favorite color?
Yeah, no. I'm like,
do
but
for a
why?
living?
I'm like, but why is that your favorite color and where'd you learn that from?
Yeah.
So why aren't you wearing it?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, it's pink. Well, you must have childhood trauma.
What does that color symbolize for you?
She gets all Freud on you.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know? Oh,
I'm
my
like,
God.
all right, let's go.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, favorite question. I love that we're ending like this too.
Okay, number 3. What rituals or tools do you swear by for clearing and sealing your energetic field?
I'm glad you're going last for
I'm
this
good.
one because I
A
feel
lot
like
to say.
yes, especially with
Doom.
like
Doom
the
to
healing
all
that
y'all.
you did for
Yeah,
us.
that's true.
For me, it's a lot of like EFT tapping. So like the emotional freedom technique. I do a lot of tapping on my collarbone.
Collarbone?
Yep, and my throat. A lot, yeah, and even my third eye, I do a lot of tapping for.
Love the good
Yes,
third eye tap.
that's huge for me. I think it's also being outside in nature and grounding myself. So like literally shoes and socks off, bare feet into the dirt, and like taking deep breaths as I visualize kind of like the white bubble coming
Yeah.
around me to really like ground me, connect me, and like allow my power to come back.
Okay, I like that.
Love it.
Last year I was really into protection braids. Do you guys remember? I was making
Oh,
them?
yeah.
Yes.
So like
Yeah,
you take some-
tell everybody what a
yeah,
protection
so like
braid
you
is.
take any part of your hair. I was going in the back underneath like my ear, and I would make a braid. But like as I was doing it, I was weaving in like a protection mantra or prayer or whatever. And I had music playing, and it was funny. A lot of the times I was envisioning like Elsa because
I
like,
love it.
right? Like so I don't know. I just resonate with her in that movie and the songs or whatever. Using an oil, a protection oil, and then like I would actually while making the braid, I would close my eyes and visualize like remember when she gets really angry and she like she like puts her hand down. There's like
Yes.
ice shards. Like I visualize like ice shards. Like leave me alone. You're gonna get pricked type of thing.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah, it's like it's very visual. I'm also very much into like music and story behind it. So like now what I'm noticing is like I just love all types of philosophy, religions. Like I've had people in my life say you're so conflicting. You can't have like an archangel in your front yard, and then like a frog doing like Buddha and like all this stuff. And I'm like, but I'm multi.
Says who?
I'll tell you who it is.
Really?
Yeah. So he did not like that I had multiple things on my front yard that didn't make in his delusional mind, narrow mind, didn't make sense, right? It was too many religions. You can't possibly be into too many religions.
Stop yucking my yum.
Thank you. So with that being
much judgment,
said,
too.
right? With that being said, I do like to infuse everything. Like Melissa, you sent us a beautiful video of something from the Bible.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Like cover all aspects.
Right?
Yes.
I love that. That was an amazing story. And then, but what else do? I also pick up my Gita. I read I pray to Krishna and I pray to all that stuff. And then what else do? I call on Archangel Michael.
Yep.
I don't care that maybe like one doesn't agree with the other. Like I'm using every protection of like something that's rooted in religion or philosophy. That's just who I am. That's just who I am. I love a little Palo Santos, a little incense.
Oh yes, Palo Santo sage. And I think
incense.
that's really beautiful though, because I think there is power in actually taking bits and pieces from everything that feel connected and feel good for you.
Why not?
Like that might be the magical medicine.
I think it is, guys. Just a little sprinkle of this, a little sprinkle of that.
Yeah, it's like an ice cream sundae.
Yes.
Yes.
Feeling safe.
Cover all. You know what it is, and I think it's just our like upbringing. It's like we're like taught to compartmentalize these different like spiritual rituals and practices and religions, and it's like for so many of them, it's like all same to me. It's like everyone's just trying to walk each other home. All right, everyone wants to feel loved and protected,
And accepted and valued.
Take it easy. All right.
Take it easy.
Take
At
it
ease.
easy.
Sit
Take
down.
It easy.
Okay, so
teach
the
us your
queen
ways.
of
Please,
Look at
not
us.
queen of.
I know, we're like-
It's not queen of. It's just I have dealt with a lot of energetic vampires for my personal life, my family, and my business. And I mean, if if anybody has an ill-intended intention or malicious intention to harm me or my loved ones or my kin, listen, I don't bark or bite until provoked. So such is the same when it comes to energy. We have to have energetic sovereignty because we know our worth. I know what I'm worth. I know what my loved ones are worth. I know what my business is worth. So I'm going to protect it at all costs, not just physically, not just emotionally, but energetically and spiritually, right? So with that being said, kind of like Avery, I definitely approach cleansing and protection from a multifaceted perspective, just because my spiritual path and journey has been very layered and multifaceted. Like when I do smoke cleansing on somebody or energetic cleansing on somebody or myself or somebody I love, I mean, one second I could be lighting incense and pulling a tarot card. The next second I could be praying over you with holy water and oil. I mean, it all depends on what is coming up. So I just want to say that first, like, what protection and cleansing looks like for you, it's for you. It could be so, like, listen, if you go to church and like that's how you cleanse and protect yourself, then you do that. If you find that in nature, then you do that. So this is just like to say there's no right way or wrong way, in my opinion. It's what you feel connected to, but just making sure, as always, disclaimer, that you're doing it with reverence and intention. Don't get into something or do something that's not honoring a culture or a tradition. Certain things you probably shouldn't be doing, if you know what I'm saying. So just be intentional and mindful. But what I was talking to the ladies last week about is there was just some really funky stuff going on for the three of us. And, you know, that's the thing with like when certain energetic boundaries are pushed, it's usually not like a life or death situation unless there's a practitioner on the other end that's really knowing what they're doing. It's usually just like inconvenient and just like little things that are attacking people that you love and you care about. And there's just a very patterned way that ill-intended energy falls and plays out. And so there were certain things that I had shared with them and they had shared with me. And I'm like, oh, no.
There was a theme there.
There was a theme. And thankfully we have good discernment and we're like, okay. And you know me, I'm just like, well, we're going to take care of this. You're not leaving this house until we cleanse and clear and I protect all of us again. And that's what we did. So always like the sequential order that I was always taught is you always cleanse first and then protect, right? You want to cleanse and banish and remove anything that is attached or intending harm towards you or has linked itself to you. So you want to cleanse that, clear that, put that boundary line in the sand, so to speak, right? And then after that is when you protect and you zipper up. So for me, smoke is like one way that I do cleansing. I try and use the 4 elements, earth, air, fire, water, for cleansing. It's just part of my spiritual practice. It's what has worked for me. So I'll use the 4 elements. So for earth, maybe I will use crystals or like anything of the earth to assist with that. For fire, I will light a candle or light an incense, earth, air, fire, water. Same thing with the incense. So like I'll take a feather fan or use my hand to kind of move the air around. And then for water, I'll use holy water. I will use lots of different oils. We just got some great oils this past weekend. From our friends at Amityville Apothecary. And then even Florida water I'll use. I mean, ocean water, whatever water that kind of feels cold. So I try and use the 4 elements to do that. Also for cleansing, I work with my spiritual team. I have a pretty solid spiritual team. I have pretty amazing love and well-intended ancestors on the other side that definitely take care of things for me. So that's what I would say for cleansing. So that's removing, banishing. Then to zip it back up. I use the 4 elements to assist with that as well, but I feel like for protection, there are certain rituals that I do after the fact that I don't feel comfortable sharing because I don't need certain people to know that. But yeah, I really think my spiritual team does a lot of the heavy lifting that I've built a relationship with, and yeah.
And I think like being in soul contract with people, like I feel like also right, don't you feel like our ancestors and loved ones and spirit guides, like they're up there like working just how we work together, because we're all like, we're definitely solely divinely connected. So
absolutely. But I hope that's two. But I hope is that clear?
Yeah,
is that
was
clear?
Yeah, no, that was great. Whether you're doing like a Hail Mary, Hare Krishna, or like Tupac prayer, just whatever it is.
As long as you're the intention, that's what it really is about.
Yeah.
As long as the intention is to protect with goodwill.
And maybe do you want to talk a little bit about, so we have time, like about creating an altar, like having that sacred space to like when you're doing your energy healing or maybe tending to like deities and stuff?
Yeah, so like an altar is just a symbol of devotion, right? So it could be something as big as a shoebox or smaller. It could just be a statue and a candle. It could be something as elaborate as like one of the ones that I have in the house. So your altar can be a place that you can energetically tend to every day based on whatever your devotion is. So I have a couple of altars in my home, but the one that I had them go right by was for protection and cleansing, and the energies that I work with in that altar space, they take care of things. Let's just put it kindly. Yeah. So your altar can be connected to whatever devotional intention that you have. So I'll have statues, cards, Bible stuff, my tools, my oils, all connected to that intention.
Beautiful.
Really beautiful.
Yeah.
I feel like this was a really powerful way to close out season number 2.
Close with an energetic close.
Yes.
Zipped up.
Yeah.
Zip it up, buttercups.
Yeah. Definitely let us know which ones connected for you, what your rituals might look like, what you do to protect and cleanse and clear, and kind of like let's see where we're all aligning and where we can teach each other something new. And I think that this was really powerful. We are so thankful, you guys. Stay true.
Look at my goosey bumps.
I know. Stay true for all of season number 2.
Yes. I love it.
Literally, we are so excited to, see you guys again in season 3. Thank you so much for your time and energy. We appreciate it more than you know. So until
that's a
then,
wrap. Wait, hold on.
That
is
I'll get the thing.
Wait, one more.
We get the
Hold my
thing.
beer. Thanks. 1, 2. That's a wrap.
Woo! See you next time.